Have you ever wondered why October is the 10th month of the year and not the 8th month with the whole October, octant being 8? Well, actually, at one time it was the 8th month of the year um, because, well, a few reasons. One, March 1st used to be the start of the new year. So if you go back, because we follow primarily off of the Roman timeline for all of this, going back to the first king of Rome, which was Romulus. Uh, he started the calendar on, like I said, March, but back then it was called Martius. But it was only 304 days, so 10 months. But then in the 7th century BC, the second king, Pompilus, he added 50 days to it because he wasn't accounting, or Romulus didn't count for winter. Uh, he created January for a month, which was to honor Janus, Janus, the god of beginnings. And then he also created February, which was based on some festival for purifying. Um, but the problem with his calendar was it was lunar based, so based on the moon. So it threw things off enough that every so often they had add an additional month uh, to the entire calendar year. So they created a month called Mercedonius, and they added that occasionally to help things sync back up. Well, finally, 46 BC comes around, and Julius Caesar becomes the dictator of Rome. No more democracy. Now you got the emperor. Okay. He ends up meeting and getting advice from several top end astronomers and one of the top mathematicians to create what we know as the Julian calendar. Still not what our current one is. Um, but that one is based on the sun, and it starts on January 1st. Um, and but the problem was it wasn't an official January 1st, and it was off still by 11 minutes. But it had the leap year, so it's very similar to our calendar today. But like I said, it was off by 11 minutes as far as um, accuracy to the lunar part. Well, they didn't actually um, celebrate that consistently, the January 1st. During the medieval times, you had a split. A lot of Christian countries in Europe would celebrate on December 25th or March 25th. It really depended on the time, the country, their beliefs. But those were the two other times that were commonly used for starting the new year. So let's fast forward. You go to the mid 15th century. At this point, because of that 11 minutes, we've already, the whole cycle's off by 10 days. So, was it Pope Gregory the 13th? I believe he came out with the new Gregorian calendar, which fixed this problem. The way they did that is so any centurial year, which is 1700, 1800, 1900, 2000, anyone that uh, isn't divisible by 400 can't have a leap day that year. So 1900 there was no February 29th. 2000 there was. Okay. Also, the Gregorian calendar officially made January 1st the formal start of the new year. But Great Britain and the United States, well, at the time it was the American colonies, refused to accept this new calendar because heaven forbid they take orders from a pope. And so they resisted it, even though it was more accurate for a long time. And for a while, they were actually double dating things as far as documents. They'd put the Gregorian date and the Julian calendar date on things. Well, finally, in 1752, things were off by good 11 days. Parliament in Britain, uh, they came together and decided that they were going to adopt the Julian calendar. So 1752 is officially when most of the world had come to agree that January 1st was the new year. At least here in the US, that's how it is. So that's a history for the new year, and hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. for another Daily Biscuit, and then again on uh, Friday for another Andy's Chomping at the Bit. Take care.